Hey y'all. So it's good night for me and good afternoon for you. I'm sure that many of you have heard about the fiasco at the London Heathrow Airport. It's my understanding that it's not the only fiasco they've had in recent weeks, but basically there was an air traffic control issue that delayed hundreds of flights that many of them eventually got canceled, like mine. I tell you, my day started at 10:15. I left the city, got on the tube, subway, headed over to Heathrow, which is about a 50-minute ride. Get to the airport on time, go through security, blah, 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 everything is good. Then I look for my gate on the sign, of all the departures, and it's saying not available. So I wait around for a while, and then it starts. And it says it's delayed for like 6 hours. I'm like, crap. So I get in line for customer service, asking all the questions, which they know nothing. So over time, the sign changes from a 6-hour delay to a 7-hour delay, back to a 6-hour delay. And they're saying, they're having technical difficulties, blah, blah, blah. Basically, my flight gets canceled. So the cancellation isn't half of it. So remember, I get to the airport about 11:15 for a 2:15 flight, where about 4 o'clock I learn that it's canceled. So now I got to figure out what am I going to do, right? Because I've checked in my luggage, so they have that. So they give us info, hey, you go to this gate, and they'll tell you where to get your luggage, blah, blah, blah. Get down there, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, luggage everywhere, but mine is nowhere to be found. So about 6:15, I learned that I'm not going to get my luggage today because it's sitting in their processing center. Plus, my flight's canceled, so now I got to find a place to stay. So I decide to use the voucher that they gave us, $10, to go get something to eat. And when I go back upstairs where the restaurants are, I decide, hey, let me ask one of the employees, since there were no lines up here. So find out while I'm waiting to talk to one that my flight gets rebooked. Perfect. So my flight's rebooked. They're telling me go find a hotel. You can have a, peaceful night after all the chaos and maybe sleep it off. Fine. There's actually a hotel or a few hotels connected to Heathrow. So I walk over to one, the Sofitel, and they're price gouging. They're like, yeah, we probably can squeeze you in and get you into a room. It's going to be $600 a night. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. So I sit there with all the other people on our phones, on all the apps and sites trying to find places to stay. So hotels.com, I finally find a place to stay that's going to be like $250 a night. Okay, cool. It's going to get reimbursed. I can do that. I book an Uber. It's like 5 kilometers from the airport on the street. So it takes about a good 20 minutes to drive over there. Uber driver's, pretty cool, chatty, all that kind of stuff. So he's telling me about his life in London as we drive, and I'm tired, but it's all good. Drops me off at the hotel. I go upstairs with my luggage, and the lady is surprised that I'm there. Why? Because I'm the 5th person that has shown up with a confirmed booking for their hotel that's already sold out. Yep, Hotels.com was selling unavailable rooms to multiple people. sucked. So she was kind and helpful and telling me about the various hotels in the area. So, grab my suitcase, hit the door, and start walking. And I go hotel to hotel to hotel. Everybody is booked. I'm like, where the heck am I gonna sleep tonight? It's dark already. I'm exhausted because I have been on my feet since early this morning. So finally, I find a hotel that's not near the airport. It's all the way back in the city. Going from the center of London to Heathrow Airport is about a 50-minute to an hour ride. So I'd already done that, have to get back on the tube and take the 50-minute 2-train ride back into the city for my hotel stay. And here I am. So I got a couple of takeaways from my so-called adventure today. 1, be mentally prepared when you travel. Stuff happens. Things don't always go the way that we want them to, the way that we think they should. Yet, we need to just be ready to pivot. Plan A, Plan B, sometimes even Plan C. 2, be grateful. I was not one of those people who was stranded on their airplane, sitting on the tarmac for hours and hours and hours. I did have some freedom. Also, I didn't have to drag around my 50-pound checked bag because I had already checked it. Not only did I not have to do that in the airport, but I also didn't have to do it when I left and I was looking for all those different hotels. Finally, be friendly. Even though I was exhausted and I had done all the peopling that I wanted to do today, when I finally arrived at my hotel 12 hours later, the lady was so nice at reception I couldn't help but smile. I told her my story, and the first thing she said was, "God bless you." That's exactly how I felt. And she said, "You need a night where you can have some peace and quiet, so I'm gonna upgrade you." What? So I am fully relaxed in bed, and I'm gonna spend some time rejuvenating with my eyes closed and my brain shut off. See you tomorrow.